Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and WandaVision just threw viewers a curveball with Evan Peters, Quicksilver actor from the Fox X-Men movies, now playing Wanda's brother Pietro in the MCU. Didn't see that one coming. Well, a lot of us did. He was reported to be in this 8 months ago, but still, it's a very big deal and a potentially game-changing X-Men crossover. But folks, Evan Peters is just the beginning. This cast has been salivating over what they describe as an internet-breaking cameo coming at the end of WandaVision, and I don't think this episode 5 Evan Peters walk-on is rumbling any tummies, but rather a mere amuse-bouche for the feast to come. I have scoured the very text and the very subtext of these actors' words to uncover clues that have allowed me to scientifically deduce who this mystery cameo is gonna be. Oh, and by the way, this shirt that I'm wearing is our custom unusual couple design, available for a limited time at newrockstarsmerch.com. When you buy it, you'll get the option to write in a little custom shout out that we'll put at the bottom of the screen of our Inside Marvel after shows. Okay, this whole cameo speculation blew up when TV Line reported last week that Elizabeth Olsen confirmed WandaVision would end with a cameo on par with Luke Skywalker's in The Mandalorian. But if you do look into that article, really the interviewer framed it that way. Elizabeth Olsen just responded with a quick yes, and I'm really excited. Really, it's been the teases of Paul Bettany, who confirmed to Lights Camera Pod in late January that someone big is coming.
I think they're going to be massively surprised by the end of this show. And they're going to look at the MCU in a whole new light and also have a much deeper understanding about in what direction it's moving. But there's this thing that's been kept completely under wraps that happens, and I work with this actor that I have always wanted to work with.
Oh!
And we have fireworks together. I've always wanted to work with this guy. The scenes are pretty intense.
Now, Bettany makes it sound like an oops off-the-cuff flub, but he used the same exact words 2 weeks earlier, before WandaVision premiered, in an interview with Black Girl Nerds.
There's stuff that I can't talk to you about where I get to work with an actor. It's going to be a surprise for everybody. I get to work with an actor that I've been wanting to work with for forever. Is just unbelievable, and we have some real fireworks together.
Haha, again, someone I've always wanted to work with, fireworks together. I submit to you that these hints from Bettany are not accidental, but part of an intentional hype campaign. He and the Marvel publicity team are laying down the gauntlet for us. Come on, nerds, sleuth out this cameo. Challenge accepted. So, as we narrow down the possibilities, let's break down this checklist, because Bettany said this guy, so we have to assume male. Unless he's lying, but in that case he could be lying about all of this, so while we waste our time with this, let us assume that the witness is under oath. Beyond that, there are 6 qualities we are looking for. Paul Bettany suggested the cameo would come at the end of the show. Bettany has described his scenes with this character as, quote, intense, using the word fireworks multiple times, making me think that it's an antagonist that he might come into conflict with. Bettany and Olsen have said this cameo is still secret, that it was never leaked. Bettany has also said twice this is someone he has always wanted to work with, suggesting that he never has before shared a set with him in his nearly 25 years across multiple franchises, and maybe an actor he admires. They've also hinted this is someone who will change the way we will see the MCU, and based on Olsen's affirmation, a cameo on par with Luke in Mando, and by that we're talking fan service, baby! Is this gonna break the internet? Will casual viewers immediately recognize the significance of this? So let's run this latest huge cameo, Evan Peters, through the checklist. Peters has never worked with Paul Bettany before, and as a potential X-Men crossover to the MCU, he's certainly a potential game changer. I could see some fireworks blowing up between Vision and a guy who greeted him with, "Who's a popsicle?" But Evan Peters appeared at the end of episode 5, not the finale. His casting wasn't really kept under wraps. It was circulated widely last June. And despite many viewers knowing Evan Peters from his work, I wouldn't say he's Luke Skywalker level internet breaking. So I think it is safe to say that Evan Peters' cameo, while quite conversation provoking, is not the cameo Bettany and Olsen were referring to. Someone else is coming. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in that creativity. Skillshare offers classes that are designed for real life. You can learn and grow with short classes that fit any schedule. This Valentine's Day, get creative and learn how to make your special someone the perfect handmade gift with one of Skillshare's online classes. They got classes and topics new Rockstars fans will enjoy, like animation, film, music production. The class I want to check out is narrative art, drawing imaginary characters, taught by graphic novelist Ira Marks. This class focuses on how to imagine and design the kind of characters that draw us in and lead us on their crazy adventures. No matter what 2021 brings you, spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning. There are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so that you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it is less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so that you can explore your creativity. So what about Ian McKellen Magneto? This guy would be maximum fan service, and assuming WandaVision is adapting House of M, we should be expecting to see an alternate reality Magneto, right? And Wanda just pulled a Magneto move by turning Sword's guns on one of their own. McKellen could totally show up in the finale with lots of fireworks with Vision. No reports have hinted at his involvement, and it would be a huge MCU game changer. But I'm sorry, but Paul Bettany worked with Ian McKellen before in the Da Vinci Code. He played an assassin monk. It was wild. But Magneto Michael Fassbender could totally fit that bill, especially since he was the era of Eric Lehnsherr, who was the father to Evan Peters' Quicksilver. But this is a hard conversation to have. But when it comes to fan service, despite Fassbender's amazing work in the later X-Men films, if you were to ask a general consumer of Marvel content who is the true Magneto, most of them are probably gonna say Ian McKellen. If you're going broke for fan service, you don't go Andrew Garfield and not Tobey Maguire. So I think the bigger fan service cameo would be Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. He also checks all the boxes. He's an actor whom I can imagine Paul Bettany always wanting to work with. I would just wonder what fireworks Charles Xavier would have with Vision. And based on the big game ad, Captain Picard looks like he's a bit of a poster boy for Paramount Plus, a rival streaming platform to Disney Plus. I also don't think this cameo will be James McAvoy Charles Xavier, another actor who checks a lot of the boxes, sure, but he played Bettany's brother in Wimbledon. Now, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool is confirmed to join the MCU. I just don't think his raunchy sense of humor will fit in tonally in WandaVision, and like Hugh Jackman Wolverine, I don't see what fireworks these guys would have with Vision. Also, I don't think Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. The dude is done. The only cutting those claws are doing are rugs when he is dancing in movie musicals. Now, Robert Downey Jr. has come up, like a Tony Stark from an alternate universe. Definitely an internet breaker, but again, no. Bettany worked with Robert Downey Jr. in Age of Ultron and Civil War. In fact, most of the MCU actors can be flatly ruled out, including Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and yes, James Spader as Ultron. They were in Age of Ultron together. So you can stop tweeting me those stupid Google search results screenshots. That's not news. Between Age of Ultron, Civil War, Infinity War, pretty much everyone in the MCU is off the table except one major Avenger, Benedict Cumberbatch, Stephen Strange. How is this possible? Both he and Bettany appeared in Avengers Infinity War, right? Yes, except Doctor Strange and Vision never actually shared the screen together. Doctor Strange left Earth before Vision joined up with the other Avengers, and Vision died before Strange returned to Earth in Endgame. They were ships in the night. And you could imagine Bettany looking back on his time in the MCU thinking, how have I never shared a scene with Benedict? The fireworks Bettany described could be Doctor Strange arriving to try to quell this out-of-control sorceress, but Vision, out of loyalty to Wanda, could battle the Sorcerer Supreme throughout Westview. Wanda is confirmed to return to Multiverse of Madness, so can we really consider a cameo by Doctor Strange all that surprising? Maybe not, but it would still be a very big deal that could establish the rules of the Marvel Multiverse going forward. So based on all this, I think Benedict Cumberbatch, Stephen Strange, is our likeliest cameo. But hey, the door is still open to all of these dudes, as well as other people we've talked about. Richard E. Grant is going to show up in Loki, John Krasinski, who we hope is going to be Reed Richards, Giancarlo Esposito, Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise.
Anyone on this crew do it again, you're gone.
Who do you want this secret WandaVision cameo to be? Join this conversation on New Rockstars' official Discord server by becoming a patron at patreon.com/newrockstars. Follow me at EA Voss, follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for all your WandaVision questions to be answered. Thank you for watching. Boom.